Also, Trump took to Twitter to respond to Mitt Romney's allegations that the businessman may be hiding something in his taxes. The billionaire called the former Massachusetts governor a dope and says he should just endorse Marco Rubio instead of targeting him. One America's Cameron Kramer explains how Romney's words have a connection to the 2012 election and what the GOP should focus on instead.
Donald Trump has already battled 2016 Republican presidential candidates. Now a 2012 Republican nominee is pressuring the party's frontrunner on the subject of taxes. This is what Mitt Romney said during a phone interview with Fox News.
We have good reason to believe that there's a bombshell in Donald Trump's taxes.
What do you mean?
Well, I think there's something there. Either he's not anywhere near as wealthy as he says he is, or he hasn't been paying the kind of taxes we would expect him to pay. Or
the phrasing used in Romney's attack on Trump is eerie. It harkens back to the same attacks used against Romney in 2012. Then Majority Leader Harry Reid took to the Senate floor.
The word's out that he hasn't paid any taxes for 10 years. Let him prove that he has paid taxes, because he hasn't. We already know from one partial tax return that he gave us, he has money hidden in Bermuda, the Cayman Islands, and a Swiss bank account.
President Obama then used the allegations in a campaign ad, which featured numerous reports from various publications, all of which targeted Romney. But all in all, it wasn't surprising that the top Democrat in the Senate and the Democratic presidential nominee would attempt to attack the Republican rival. But now, Romney is encouraging friction within his own party ahead of Super Tuesday. The motivation is evident. Romney, a former governor and Senate candidate, wears the establishment label with pride, while Trump, a businessman with no political experience, has ruffled the feathers of the old Republican guard. But the primary results don't lie. Trump has a trio of victories and a close second-place finish thus far. If the billionaire performs well in the Super Tuesday elections, it could be best for Republicans, establishment, and outsiders to throw their support behind the top candidate. It certainly makes financial sense. Let's take a look at the numbers. Trump has spent roughly $17.7 million during his primary campaign. For reference, Romney's 2012 primary campaign cost nearly $77 million. When you look at Romney's general election, that figure jumps to $844 million. The breakdown goes like this: $360 million from his campaign, $284 million from the Republican Party, and $200 million from super PACs. This election season, the Republican Party has done well. Filings from October show the party raised just shy of $9 million for the month, while it has $20 million on hand. Democrats in that same timeline have just $4.7 million on hand. The sooner Republicans agree on a candidate, the sooner they can stop spending money targeting one another and start focusing on probable Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton. What's more, the RNC can focus fundraising efforts on supporting vulnerable GOP senators in what are expected to be close 2016 races. Rob Portman of Ohio, Mark Kirk of Illinois, and Ron Johnson of Wisconsin are all names that are repeatedly brought up in these scenarios. As exit poll data shows, Trump's appeal goes beyond the GOP base to numerous income, education, and political factions. His connection with independent voters could theoretically grow the GOP in what's expected to be a tight election. So while the current focus is on Donald Trump's taxes, Mitt Romney and the rest of the GOP would be wise to direct their attacks to the other side of the political spectrum. Cameron Kramer, One America News.